Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, but just in case you're new here, my name is Mike, and in this video I'm doing another figure review, but it's slightly different from the figure reviews that I've done here on the channel before, because, believe it or not, I have never done a figure review for a Predator figure. That's right. And here is a bittersweet moment for me as a fan and as a collector, because if you know me or you're a friend of mine or you follow the channel or you follow my Instagram, you know that I've been hunting the Lost. And my whole goal was to collect all the Lost Tribe, or aka the Predators at the end of the film in Predator 2. And yesterday I was able to complete the journey, to finish the hunt, and I found the Elder Guardian Greyback. So this is the last one. So to celebrate the end of that hunt, I figured, why not do a figure review and take a closer look at him together? So without further ado, let's slice right into it. Alright everybody, you know how we do it here on This Is My Design. The first thing we'd like to do is take a look at the box, at the cover art, because it's always beautiful, and it's always a great addition to opening any figure, is taking a look at this sweet cover art. And as you can see here, Neca does not disappoint whatsoever. You got Greyback, the Elder, front and center, and a nice comic book style kind of illustration there. And what I really love, and I didn't notice this upon first glance, but you also got two more Predators here in the background over his shoulders that are cloaked, which is super cool. I didn't notice that at first. And behind him is the trophy wall of skulls from Predator 2. You got the Growtie over here, and you got a human skull and spine. Another human skull right there. What else can you see? I thought there for sure there would be a xenomorph skull on there. And maybe there is hidden in the background. I'm just not seeing it through the camera lens here. And of course down on the bottom, Predator 2. Nice reflective hollow Predator 2. Love that. Ultimate Elder Predator. Super cool. On the side, you got the Predator 2 reflective logo again. And then he is number 10. He's the last one of the Ultimate Elder Predator. They put these out for the anniversary of Predator 2. I believe it was it the 20th anniversary, 30th anniversary, something like that. I'm not the greatest with dates, but I know that it was an anniversary, so they decided to do all the Lost Tribe Predator 2 figures in Ultimate versions. So here they are. Again, that side's the same thing. Then on the back here, usually I like to read this to you guys, but that's just a lot. If you want to read it, you can pause it right there. But I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. So, okay, here it is, the 30th anniversary collection, and it shows you all the Predators in the Lost Tribe collection for the anniversary, and they all got the Ultimate Edition love. Some really cool art back here on the back. Really cool still shots of him firing his plasma caster with his golden mask on. Him holding a human skull and observing it. Super cool. Down here, another cool mask. I'm pretty sure that's from the Predator Hunting Grounds game, or the Predator Concrete Jungle game. It could be too. It's been a long time since I've played it. And he's also holding his sword there. Really cool shots. Love those so much. Bottom of the box is typical standard NECA stuff. But right here it shows you he has the LED light up mask, which is super cool. I won't be displaying him with it because I'm trying to get them close to the film. But regardless of, it's a great thing to have. Open it on up here. You got another amazing shot. Here we go. Here's the trophy wall. The skulls behind him. You know a xenomorph is up there. You can see a part of it right there. So there's the xeno we were looking for. Yeah, super cool detail. Love the shot. He's such a detailed, such a cool figure. And here he is inside his plastic. He's just begging to come out and to go on display. Look at all of his amazing accessories, from plasma casters to, I mean, the flintlock pistol. That's got me geeked. To skulls, alternate hands, a sword, and all that good stuff. We'll take a closer look at him in just a second when we get him out of the box. Let him breathe our air. All right, here he is, everybody, out of his box, looking absolutely stunning. I'm falling in love just looking at it. So before I get on my knees and I propose once again like I did to my wife, I'm going to go ahead and get into this. So let's take a closer look at Greyback himself. Look at the insane details in his face. The paint application on his head and his eyes, everything is just perfectly detailed, perfectly sculpted. I just absolutely love it. You see he's got his little rings hanging off of one of his mandibles there, which is super cool. I love that. And yes, he does have it in the film. Look at all of his beautiful paint app and detail, you guys, on his body, the skulls, his worn ribbon on his arm, his gauntlet, everything. The sheath for his sword, down to the legs, the netting, the worn armor with all the chips and dinks and dents and scratches in it, because he's an old predator, y'all. He's an elder, man. He's been there. He's done that. He's killed a lot of shit. He's hunted a lot of prey in his day. Now, I did notice his explosive last resort device does not open, actually, which is strange for a predator figure, but this does not actually open, believe it or not. It doesn't bother me. It's just something to of note. Of course, he's got all the different couplings and shit in his hair. This is where his plasma caster shoulder cannon will attach later, because I will display him with it. He's got this cool, fucking ass flap. I don't know what the hell you actually call that shit. I mean, ass flap sounds pretty good to me. Either way, the ass flap looks good, and I love it. So, of course, his detail, the paint app, the sculpting is absolutely perfect. There's over 30 points of articulation on this guy. He's got shoulder, ball jointed shoulders there. He bends at the elbow in 2 different spots. Full rotation on his wrists. I'm not going to bend and twist him too much like some figure reviewers do. I just don't want to break him. I've broken figures in the past, and it's just no fun. And especially with prices going up, I'm not looking to break him. But he is fully posable in all the ways you would expect. Typical articulation, like I said, he's kind of double jointed there in the elbows, which is really cool. Makes for great positioning with his weapons. He does have joints behind his knees if you want him to crouch for any sort of reason. He's got full rotation on the feet. Like I said, bends at the knees if you want him to bend at the knees. And of course, he's got the peg holes on the bottom for the stands, but he stands pretty well as he is. He stands fairly well, I'd say. Of course, now he's not going to do it on camera because he's camera shy, but he was standing right before I started filming. So, but he does film. I mean, of course, standing on this felt might be an issue too. But overall, I absolutely love the figure. I think he looks amazing. He looks super screen accurate. All the skulls that he wears on his chest, his belt, everything about him. The scarf with the insignia on his left arm there. Just everything about him. Or his right arm, excuse me. Everything about him is just absolutely perfect. It's probably my favorite NECA Predator they've put out. But now let's go ahead and move into his accessories. Of course, he comes with 2 alternate heads. Now, these heads are actually based on the Dark Horse comics. If you guys have read those, the Predator Dark Horse comics, I believe it was Predator 17, 18, I want to say. It kind of goes into the backstory about Grayback here, and he's also known as the Golden Angel. And that's where these helmets come from, is that comic book. And you can see how he got the name Golden Angel. This one's the LED one, and they're both super cool, awesome helmets, and that's what these come from. And this one also, well, actually both of them, but this one was more browner in color. They come with the other NECA Ultimate Predator figure, as you can see here, which is the Golden Angel Ultimate Predator, which is Grayback, but just a younger version of. So both of these heads are super cool. Glad to have them. As far as weaponry, first of all, he comes with the alternate hands. Not too much to see there. It's an alternate hand, a typical Predator hands. Nothing really spectacular to put your soda down and take notice of. But it's cool. Glad to have him. You got to have him, of course, if he's going to have weapons. Of course, speaking of weapons, he also comes with his sword. This is another Golden Angel Dark Horse comic weapon. I don't remember off the top of my head if he dons this in the end of Predator 2. I know it's not in his hands, but I don't know if he has the sheath and whatnot in the Predator film. I'm not quite sure. I don't think he does, but he might. And then, of course, he has his plasma caster shoulder cannon, which he does indeed have on at the end of Predator 2, and he locks in on Mike Harrigan right there at the end. So, of course, I'm going to put this on my Grayback before I display him in the case alongside his brothers. And then, of course, you got the plasma effect if you would like to attach it to your plasma caster for that little blast effect there. I've never been too big into those, but I'm glad they have it. And I'll save the best for last here. Of course, you have the skull and spine of some victim that was hunted And of course, another skull, which a lot of the Predators come with these skulls, and they're super cool. Like, if you can see the detail in these, and they always change them up. Like, sometimes NECA has them be darker, sometimes they got blood stains on them, so this one's really cool. It's just some weathered textures there amongst the skull, and that's really cool. So I'm glad to have those, because I like to decorate the Detolphin skulls, so the more the merrier. And of course, for me personally, the pride and joy of this figure is the flintlock pistol. I just love this because it just represents Predator 2, and it makes me think of the movie, and I always wondered as a kid where he got this from and what's the story behind it. Now, of course, on the back of the NECA box, or in the previously mentioned Dark Horse comic, they explain to you how Grayback got this flintlock pistol, and it was from, like, a pirate, and his whole thing, and blah, 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 and they, and it kind of explains it, but that has since been retconned, and you now see this flintlock pistol at the end of Prey, and then that thus is retconned, and watch through till the credits, and you'll see more of the pistol, and even more of what we all believe to be Grayback. So of course it was retconned, but I'm okay with that retcon, because now we can get more story and more elaboration in live action form, and that just excites me. Speaking of getting excited, I don't know how much longer I can sit here and look at Grayback without putting him in the display case, because I'm seriously about to start proposing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this closer look at Grayback, and we'll roll on into the outro, y'all. But of course, I want to say thank you so very much for watching another one of my videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I really hope each and every one of you understand that. So if you could just do me a favor, like the video, share the video, and put down in the comments below what you're looking for out there in the land of Collectorville. What are you looking for? What are you hunting for? This hunt is over for me, but the hunt never ends, and I know y'all are out there hunting too. So what are you looking for, and what did you think of Grayback, the ultimate Predator 2 figure to round off the Lost Tribe? If you guys are interested, you could also follow me on Instagram right there for a more personal look at my life of horror, or channel updates, or what's coming next, or maybe exclusive giveaways, things of that nature. That's a great place to go to my Instagram for. But again, with all that being said, I want to say one more time that my name is Mike, and this is my design.